Girl, what have you done for me lately?
I haven't done nothing.
Today's topic on Homework is Janet Jackson.
Give me a beat!
Girl, why do we love Janet, and what does she mean to the LGBTQ community?
Well, she's always been a friend of the LGBTQ community. Her hit song,
My hole, torn so long ago.
My Hole. Not that one. What's the other one that's specifically for AIDS? Boom, 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 boom.
That could be any of her songs.
Wait, oh, come on.
Okay, we'll get back to Janet and AIDS. So Miss Janet, of course, younger sibling of the late, great Michael Jackson, and the currently living not so great Jermaine Jackson.
Right. The only other Jackson family member that had a real impact in pop music. 160 million records sold.
Two shoulders worked.
Lovely.
So Miss Janet, you know, she really broke onto the scene as her own being with Control in 1986.
But the very first time I ever remember seeing Miss Janet was as Penny on Good Times.
Girl.
And she played a child abuse victim whose mother was burning her with an iron.
With a motherfucking iron, girl.
And it was really weird.
That
I gotta
penny
tell
was
you
hot.
That when the penny's much too hot. And I actually remember the very first time I saw her, I knew I was a true fan. It was just something chemical. Like, I just rooted for this little girl.
Wasn't she also on Different Strokes?
She was on Different Strokes. She was on Fame.
Where she was
Cleo.
also burned with an iron. It was kind of her thing.
Yes. Well, she burned her hair with an iron, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then she was also, she was
in the movie Pathetic Justice.
And she was also in The Nutty Professor as well. She's been in many films.
Yeah.
Actually.
But really, she's known as a dancer who sings.
As a dancer who sings, that's right. She's primarily a dancer. You know, she's an actress, a musician, a producer, but she's really...
It's the pleasure principle. So there was Control in '86, which garnered her so many hits. so many hits.
Soaked in blood.
Yeah.
Ooh. But one of my favorites from Miss Janet was just a couple years ago after her rather unhealthy looking titty flopped out at the
where she had a pancake malfunction?
Yeah, it was kind of like, cause did you notice like it kind of like did one of
these?
Which,
by the way, calm down, America.
It was kind of like a dead fish. It kind of like did one of these and then kind of flopped.
Yeah.
I felt like, come on, give her a break.
Grow up, America.
Why didn't Justin Timberlake get in trouble for that?
Like you'll never seen titties before? Free the nipple. Hashtag free the nipple.
Like a punk. He's the one who apologized and he gets to go to the Grammys?
Ain't nobody.
He ain't nobody.
First of all, it was the Super Bowl, right? Who gives a shit about football, okay?
Honey,
you got motherfucking Janet Jackson.
She brought that shit to the light.
Down, America.
Miss Janet motherfucking Jackson. Don't sleep. Turned 49 this year. The kids don't even know. She just had a #1 R&B single with her.
Actually, her new single's
No
called
Sleep.
I kind of slept on that single.
I totally slept on that.
It was not cute, girl.
But she's just giving the children a taste till a little bit later in the summer. She's gonna drop the fantasy,
which is called Wake Up.
Okay, wake up with the fantasy.
Yo, but let's not forget her first hit. You don't stand another chance.
You don't stand another. You don't stand, baby.
(1984)
That's right. Mostly Michael singing on that
which
track.
she did on
like
Soul
if you
Train,
really
too.
listen to it, it's kind of Michael doing a lot of it for her. And you know, Miss Janet, a breathy contralto, not a lot of range. You know, she's not a Mariah. She's not you know, a Whitney Houston. She's not a
donut licking Ariana Grande.
Exactly. She you know, she does a breathy sexy, but it's always really good.
And apparently
she does a great. She loves sex. She's very powerful,
very
and very
sex-positive
sexual,
woman, very sex-positive black woman.
Exactly.
Married herself a billionaire, by the way.
Trust.
Who's hot.
From the Middle East.
What?
When the billionaire is hot.
Now that's Rebe.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, but so Janet.
All For You.
Rhythm Nation, something.
An album that had 6 #1 hits, by the way.
What's that song? I Miss My Lunch.
Sold 6 million copies.
Oh,
the bitch is, people
miss my lunch.
Janet is not the I Remember Michael side of the Jacksons. Miss Janet is an icon and a legend. She is a standalone artist.
Girl.
All the rest.
And she be loving them gays.
She be loving the gays.
Remember when she played the gay pride dance on the pier? Yes.
We were there, girl. Just fuck my hoe with a fishing pole.
Yo, so Miss Janet, that day that we saw her at the dance on the pier for gay pride, I'm going to fess up, children. I may have been drinking. Or I may have been doing ecstasy with a taste of mushrooms to set it off.
I was so high I felt like she wasn't even there.
I was like, am I hallucinating, or is Janet Jackson 10 feet away from me?
There? She's 10 feet away, but I feel like she's not there because I was just like,
it was fabulous.
Also like I must have looked really good because the guys kept on like walking up to me and like touching me, and then at one point like this guy touched my hands and he was wearing like all this jewelry.
That goth queen.
Yeah, that goth queen.
He had like,
he was, like
metal rings and, nails
and metal nails, and he was
like a black queen with blue contacts.
And he was like, you look good, and I was like, just fuck my hoe.
Girl.
With a fishing pole.
Would you please be serious? We're trying to school the kids here about a living legend, Janet Jackson.
I'm working my long, luxurious black hair, motherfucker.
I'm about to snatch it off and toss it onto Hudson Street, girl.
Honey.
Oh.
This is sick.
If I turn my wig this way, I'm like a gay cousin It.
You ain't even got to turn the wig for that. Miss Janet, she is down with the T, which is trans community.
That's right.
I believe that
because she's done so much steroids, she almost looked like a man at this point. Honey, have you seen those washboard abs on that bitch? No. So girl, you know that Miss Janet is known for her live performance and her videos, which are always spectacular.
Yes, her live performance. Remember at the American Music Awards, What Have You Done For Me Lately and Nasty?
Oh, that's
working the big earring with the key.
That's actually the Grammys, but she works that number
she turned
so fierce.
Wait a minute, I forgot something. One more time. Jimmy Jam.
And also her videos. I love the video for Don't Stop.
I love Nasty. We can't sleep on Paula Abdul, who was her early choreographer.
That's right, Miss Paula, who actually choreographed all her early videos. Nasty, What Have You Done For Me Lately, Control, like all those early videos are Miss Paula. And then Paula came out later. And in fact, there's like, if you go on Google, you can actually find Paula versus Janet at the American Music Awards, like in the 80s, where Paula opened with the spinning thing, and she jumps off that platform, and then Janet came out and did like a number later. But they were both choreographed by Paula. I love Janet live. I have seen her live many times. The bitch can dance her ass off. By the way, she sings live.
And she's going on tour again now.
Going on tour now. I mean, she doesn't sing incredibly, but she sings live, which is very hard to sing and dance. But my favorite video, I am kind of partial to so many of them, but I love the look from All For You with the half jacket. She's also really fit and pretty.
What's the one with the Herberts directed in the desert?
Oh, that's
Love Will Never Do?
Love Will Never Do. She looks so beautiful. Yeah, she's got the hairs up.
I love the pleasure principle for the hair, the jacket, the broken mirrors, the moves.
And the right. Well, I think you're thinking about Control is what you're thinking of.
No, honey.
All
that madness.
That's right. The girl just carries. The girl dances her ass off.
Even If. Is that the one with the big fans?
She's fantastic. And then when she went through her
video artist.
Her neo soul period, when she was doing That's the Way Love Goes,
right,
which has a little bit of that chick who I happen to love,
Joni
Mitchell in there.
Yeah.
That whole album.
That chick, Joni Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell.
And listen, Janet did a duet with Michael. Scream.
That's right.
Not a
We'll put that up
fantastic
right
song, but cute, and
but
she
Janet
looks fantastic in the
and
video.
she is right there dancing with Michael.
Oh, yeah.
She's right there dancing with him. She was, I mean, you can't say she was as fierce a dancer because Michael had something truly, truly special, but she's one of the best female dancers out there.
I think you can say as fierce.
I think you can say as fierce.
Yeah.
I think you can say
Michael Jackson is a genius.
Of all the bitches out there, that dance, they all are inspired by Janet. You know, Miss Janet is the one, you know? Maybe not Madonna, but all the other chicks, you know, bitches like Maya and bitches like, who are the bitches right now? Rihanna. Everyone is inspired by Janet. Miss Britney. You know, she's just the diva.
So the gays and Janet, do they need to know about her?
Absolutely.
Yes. Do they know about her? Yes.
Yes.
You know why? Because it's all for you.
It's all for you, Miss Janet. We live. Homework lives. This is Miss Motherfucking Matinga.
This is Mike Diamond. Learn it.
Plata Queen. Plata Queen.